What's up, guys? Your brother in the faith, though, and I got this person right here, Tom MacDonald, with a group of people, and they're singing about certain subjects, and it has to do with the subject about the racism today. How the media, Hollywood, is bringing stuff that was already squashed from the past. And they're bringing all this like Hitler history and the slavery, and there's certain teachings that they're giving around, like the bad history of a certain race. No beating around the bush, but back when they had slavery and stuff like that. And well, it is crazy. It's crazy, the stuff that's going on nowadays, but it is part of the agenda. I remember stumbling upon a video that this guy was talking. I believe it was a prophecy that God showed him, that the elite, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, the guys who work for Satan, you put in consideration, you think about it, let it sink, and this stuff is true. Anyways, so the guys who work for Satan are basically pushing this agenda, and they're trying to get us where we fight against each other. Order out of chaos. They don't care what it is. They don't care if it's race against other races. They don't care if it's religions against other religions. They don't care if it's certain point of views or lifestyles against other certain point of views and lifestyles, and that includes moralities and etc. They just want to create this chaos. So they fund the opposition, whatever points of views, and some of them are violent and some of them are not, but it is sad. George Soros is one of the ones behind this stuff. He wants to get rid of our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, the amendments, and all of that stuff. He wants to get rid of all that. So, without beating around the bush, I'm going to show you this video, which is amazing. There's no other description to it. It is insane. My reaction to Tom MacDonald White Boy video. Here we go.
I didn't do, but I can understand. I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burned a cross or hit my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist, cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. And not white supremacist. Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, you white boy.
White boy, white noise, and you probably can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies, don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the facts. Okay, it's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, yeah, white boy.
A sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you want to hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer when I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given, or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white, no it's ain't I can't say with my white boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
Yeah, I wish I was black. I was in high school and I wish I was. Sometimes I was going around saying, man, you know, I feel like I'm a black person inside of me, and a white, you know, in a white person's body, you know. But that's just, you know, just be happy with what you are and stuff like that, and just be happy, you know. It is insane the stuff that's going on nowadays, how the environment is coming up. But my point, to finish this off, my point with this either preacher or person, the one who was talking that either God showed him a dream or whatever, that person was saying that he's seen people segregated in different concentration camps. Like they had the blacks over here by themselves, and they only had the males, and then they had it separated from the females. And so they did the same thing with Hispanics and white. They had it all like in separate areas. And it seems like this agenda is trying to stir up this like civil war between races and points of views, and how you live your life, whether it's homosexual or not, how to praise your God, whether it's God or Jesus or Allah. You know, they're just stirring this, you know, stuff that, you know, back in the 90s, you didn't see this stuff. Back in the 90s and 80s, you didn't see stuff like that. But now it's like, you know, it seems like they really do want to bring this new world order and make this order out of chaos stuff. So, That's my reaction to that video. I think this video is insane. It's heavily, just like an explosion of truth, right in our faces. And you notice how this media is affecting, for example, all people. But let me say, for example, like black people. Like, for example, I was in the hospital, and with my baby, I took my son because he had a cast on his arm, and there was other people there, and you can notice the indifference of how there was like a black kid sitting down, and you can tell how he was looking at me, and just kept staring at me in a way. And you can't just call me a racist just because I'm white skinned. You can't just call me, oh, the devil's people, because the Hebrew Israelites got this agenda that they're saying that they're the real Israel and all this other stuff, and they're just in a way spreading racism. When Jesus came over here, he said, love thy neighbor, love everybody. He didn't say just love this other race and hate this other one. He didn't say this one's going to heaven and this other race is not. He did not say that. He said, if you believe in me and the stuff that I've done, you get baptized and all the other details that I don't want to talk about right now, then you'll be safe. You'll enter to the kingdom of heaven. This is a VIP ticket to enter to heaven for anyone, not just black people or not just white people, but for everyone. This is why Christianity was taken out of churches, and this is why Christianity is just being so like bombarded the way they are nowadays. Nobody's perfect, and there's some bad history behind it, but you can't blame the Christians of today for the decisions that the Catholic Church did back in the Renaissance or the Crusades or whatever. You can't. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is insane. So when I go sometimes by black people, they get all like their body language is on the defense mode. Like, for example, if I walk by one of them, this is not all of them, but some of them, they go like this, like, or they walk by and they like kind of like yank their pants up when they're walking. They're like, and then they just like bring their pants up, like, it's putting they're putting their body language in a defense mode. And then when white people that are not racist see that kind of activity, they're like, okay, that guy might be racist and that guy might not like white people because of his body language. You know what I'm saying? It is insane. We shouldn't have no body language towards other race just because, oh, they're wearing a polo shirt and some dress shoes, some dress pants, and they got their shirt tucked in and they got a belt. We shouldn't act like that towards them like that. No, it is just the way they get dressed. That doesn't mean they're racist just because, they don't have their pants sagging down and they're not wearing no Jordan shoes or anything like that. That doesn't mean that they're racist because they don't wear this certain kind of clothes, or they don't talk this with this certain accent and style and stuff like that. It is ignorance in a way to act this way towards people of your opposite race, whether it's black, Mexican, Chinese, or whatever, to give them a physical language where you let them know that you're in the defensive. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. It is crazy. And I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're light skinned and you walk by a black person, maybe in the hood or the block or whatever, and they just go like this, like as soon as they see you, they go. Or they come and walk by, they got this walk, like that quick walk, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know where they like yank their pants up, like, you know what I'm saying? With both hands on their side, like, You know, it's just the way how things are being, the way how the media and the news and everything is just driving people to act this way. And it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't just label somebody like this without knowing them, even though they dress a certain way or whatever. You shouldn't. But that's the way how things are, and it seems like it's getting worse and worse. I'm glad this guy made this song. I'm glad, thank God this guy, bless him. You know, that even though, you know, he has cuss words and whatever in the song, you know, I don't know his life. I don't know his background. I'm not going to judge him. I just know he spoke facts. All I know is he spoke truth up in here. And when somebody speaks facts, when somebody speaks truth, you need to spread that out like wildfire. You need to spread it out like wildfire. Spread it out like wildfire so people know. But no, right now people are so self-centered that they look at stuff that entertains them, that pleasures them. They just want to be neutral. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to speak out. They don't want to open their voice. So they don't let other people know how they feel or what they think or how they believe. You know? So that's why the enemy does whatever and he takes over because of people that don't speak out. Why do you think people go and protest? You think it's a waste of time? No, because they know that if they keep pushing on this certain thing, sooner or later they're going to get it. Just like they're pushing for gay rights, just like they were pushing for marijuana rights, just like Martin Luther King and back in his days was pushing for to be free so that people don't be segregated and stuff like that. You can see now when you open your mouth, when you speak out, it does make a change. I'm going to play this song again. This is so amazing.
I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you... I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burned a cross or hit my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. And Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, yeah, white boy.
On some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps and stole the culture right from the flags. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas, so this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
A sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife or my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it, I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer when I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given, or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. True patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. But fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boys, white, no one say can't say we're white boys, white boys, white. Lies don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy,
Yeah, white boy. Yeah. Woo. True, man.